Terikka Faciane here, founder of It's Times to Clear School. I just want to have a conversation. I know that there's this whole process of just showing up with your message, letting people know that you are here, that you have something of value. But I think for me, this identity and purpose discussion has been a conversation that has been my life theme. It is the through line. I remember when I was 4 years old thinking, I know that we must be meant for more than just to live and die. Like, I don't know why I was thinking that at 4 years old, but that's where I was in the process. I knew that there was something more. And I also knew that I had to figure that out. I did not want to have this fear of death, or like what was the point, or that there was no meaning in between our birth date and our end date. And I really do believe that that has been the catalyst for my own clarifying journey of wanting to figure it out. And so I just want you to recognize that this is not a, you take a course or you answer these 7 questions and there you have it. I do believe that this identity and clarity realization, that it is forever unfolding. And one thing that I have recognized is that you can't do it alone, because we don't exist in isolation. One of the first revelations that I had to get was that we come through our parents and not from our parents. And what do I mean by that? You guys know that I am, a believer in God. And so one of the things that he shares in Psalms 139 is that he formed us in the womb. Jeremiah 1, he says, I knew you before you were in your mother's womb. So there was something that I needed to understand, because as many of us, we have parents who are on a journey. They were trying to figure things out. So when you come into this world in a challenging scenario, you kind of have questions like, was I wanted? Was I desired? And one thing that God had to really drive home to me was, Terikka, you were a God idea. And I want you to know that today too, that you are a God idea. And so when you recognize that he created you before you were ever in your mother's womb, God wanted you here. He purposed you to be here, and he didn't send you here on empty. He says in this earthen vessel, he has placed treasure, and namely that first and foremost treasure is himself. We're made in his image. And so that was a revelation that I had to get a hold of, because if not, like, I just would have just had so many questions about my natural origin story that I don't know if I would have been fully able to really make sense of that. So when he drove the point home, no, you were my idea, like that shifted everything. And one of the things I'm going to share with you is that is something that we have to get a hold of. And another thing too is just recognizing that there's things that we can't always fully see in ourselves. And that's why God will place us in community. That's why you will see in previous videos, I'll ask the question, what words have been spoken over you? What life has been spoken into you? Because God will use people and your own insights in that kind of 3-dimensional way so that you can get the clarity that you need, because he wants us to get it. It's not meant to remain a mystery. We are meant to make a difference. We're meant to impact whatever environment that we are a part of, that we are connected to. And whether we realize it or not, we're impacting those environments, be it in seemingly neutral ways, negative ways, positive ways. And so our clarity impacts every space that we're in. So I want to encourage us to really look at those verses like in Jeremiah 1, 4, and 5, Psalm 139, those places where he's reminding us and he's letting us know that you're made in my image, that you were my idea. And once you begin to get that revelation that the God of all of this thought of you, informed you in precisely the way that you needed to be formed to make the difference that you need to make and to be who you're designed to be, like, that is huge. And so that's why you guys will see me on here just hammering this point home. Like, we have to become a student of whose we are, who we are, and why we are. Because you're not happenstance. You're not an accident. I don't care what the stories are. Some people are like, I was planned. Other people, I wasn't planned. Listen, if God planned you, that settles it. And so I just want to encourage us to recognize, you know what? Yes, love our parents. We came through our parents, but we came from him. And that's the weightiest thing that I could have ever gotten a hold of. So I just want to encourage us, meditate on that a little bit and just recognize that you're kind of a big deal. All right, until next time, let's get clear.